Welcome to my reseller channel. My name is April Charlson and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, mostly Poshmark, but also Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. I am a full-time teacher. I teach English language arts to 8th graders, which takes a very crazy kind of special. And I am a mom of 5. They are ages 8 all the way up to almost 17. So we are busy, busy, busy. This is real. My channel is going to be real and raw. You're going to see me at 5:30 a.m. doing ship with me videos, which I still have not posted. But anyway, this is a what sold video for the last week. And I will just kind of go through each of these items, how much I paid, where I got it, if I remember where I got it. So let's go ahead and get started. This past week has been very good. This will be from June 16th through June 22nd. First item came from a ThredUp Fun Box. Those are $28 for 10 items. They tend to drop on Tuesdays between 10 and 2 o'clock. There is shipping. It's $5.99. So that's $34 for 10 items. It ends up averaging $3.40. I sold this wallet. It did have a little wear. If it hadn't, I could have gotten a little bit more for it, but I sold it for $14.40. And I'm just going to keep track on my little paper of everything so I can tell you at the end how much I made. And so there you go. That's a pretty good deal. This next item came from an online Facebook group called Quarantine Thrift Buy and Sell. I bought it last summer. It took a while to sell. My average cost of goods for that last summer was $6. I just relisted this and it sold for $28. A really cute ruffle wrap floral blouse. And that was also on June 16th. Third sale on June 16th was a J. Crew long sleeve new tee with tags. It was a large. I got this from a Jomar box. Jomar, was it Jomar? No, this was a ThredUp box, ThredUp Rescue 200-pound box. It was the second 200-pound box I got. And this sold outright for my asking price of $23, so I made $18.40. And I just need to go back to that last slide to make sure I got the right $22.40 for the last one. I want to make sure I got the right amount of money that I made, so when I tally it. All right, so that was my third one from June 16th. Next item, Eileen Fisher black knit skinny pants. These were small. They had a really cute zipper on the ankle, on the hat, bottom ankle. I got these last summer also in the Quarantine Thrift Buy and Sell group. I'm sure you could join that group if you wanted to. They're still buying and selling there. My average cost of goods was $6 on that, and I made $22.40 after Poshmark fees. So after that, $6. I better probably write that down too, how much I paid for each of these. On that last one, I paid $2.47, by the way, for that ThredUp haul. Just writing that down too. I might have to do a little bit of math after. This might be bad. Stella and Dot Rose Gold Rebel Pendant Necklace. These Rebel Pendant necklaces are very popular. I probably could have gotten more. I listed this for $40. I got an offer for $30 within hours of listing it. The rose gold tends to be very popular. I got this on a Goodwill online site, and I paid $5 for it, so I made about $19. Next item was this Lululemon form running jacket, size 4, also on June 16th. This came from the 200-pound ThredUp Rescue box. My average cost of goods was $2.47. We'll call it $2.50. So that was a great sale. This last rescue box was very good. Also, my previous one, the 200-pound, was even better. There were quite a few items with stains, but I did get like 5 or 6 Lululemon pieces, and I think like 4 of them were jackets or hoodies. This Rag & Bone Walker soft leather backpack bag was an item I got in a mixed rescue purses box. 10 bags for $150. And this was one of the better pieces I had, this and a fry piece. And I had this listed for $185, I think, for about a month. And I went back and forth with, actually, no, I did not go back and forth with this buyer. This buyer offered me, I think, the $125, and I just accepted. I want to say that's what it was. So this was $15 for cost of goods, and I made $100. That was on June 17th. So that was the first item from June 17th. this Dockers navy skirt, really cute. I only sold it for $15, but this was one of the like little things that I got in that other 200-pound rescue box I was telling you about, and so my cost of goods was $250, and I just thought this was adorable. It did have comps that looked good. It was a bigger size, so I figured when summer came it would sell, and it did. So I wasn't mad about that. I made $10. Vans sell, guys. So if you see Vans out and about and they're like $4, I personally would pick them up as long as they're fairly clean and they aren't going to take a lot of work. Shoes are easy to photograph. And I find that they sell consistently between $25 and $35. And if you have something special, you may be able to get a little bit more. I have these listed for $30 and they sold on an offer for $25, and it didn't take that long. So I made $20, and I picked these up at a local, I believe a local Salvation Army for $4. So that was also June 17th. This was a bundle to a repeat buyer, so I did give her a little bit better of an offer than I normally would. Give somebody the CNC earrings were retail arbitrage. I paid $3 for them. And the Stella and Dot Eden bangle bracelet was $5 from online Goodwill. So between the two of them, that was $8. And again, my cost of goods was a little high for this price. But like I said, this was a repeat buyer, and so I wanted to give her a deal. Okay, so this White House Black Market necklace, I had it listed for $22, I think, and then I just got this offer for $10. I think it was, no, it was $10. And listen, here's the deal. My philosophy about this is the more you sell, the more you sell. So I feel like if you are bickering on every single sale for $5, it's my business model is I want to sell things, and I feel very confident that when I sell more, I sell more. So I took a $10 offer because honestly, really all I was expecting to get for this was probably $14. And I was like, is it worth arguing over really $3.20 when I know that if I just accept this offer, it's easy to pack, it was easy to photograph, it's going to be gone. And as you can see, I made quite a few sales. I sell fairly well, so I accepted this offer just because I do think that if you're constantly either declining, I never decline, or constantly countering every single thing, I think that it's just less success. I do not do that, generally speaking. I always leave a little room for making money. These Dolce Vita joggers came in a thread-up box of shoes. I think this was a January thread-up box before they changed it to 100, so it was 90, and then now it's gone back down to 90. And so the average price of shoes is, each pair of shoes is about, I think, $6. I sold these for $18. I only made $14.40. But there were some other shoes that were much more lucrative as far as money, which is always what happens in those boxes. These two items were sold by me messaging the buyer. They had liked these two items. I'd sent them an offer. I sent an offer to every liker for the Express vintage jeans that I'd paid $1 for. And she had liked the other thing afterward, and I just said, if you'd like, I would send you an offer for both items. How does this price sound? So I said 30, and she said yes, send the offer. So I did, and I sold it. The top was from that quarantine thrift buy and sell online on Facebook. So that was $6. So $7 for these two items, and I made $24. So my average cost of goods here is $7 for the two. An average cost of goods. $7 is what I paid for cost of goods, and I made $24. So it wasn't a super big sale, but I like to be able to, move things. This Baggu Natural Grid Canvas Duck Bag came also in my thread-up fun box, and it was so popular. I had it listed for $25, which was pretty average for comps, unless it was new with tags, which this wasn't, and it had some yellow staining on the inside only. So I listed it for $25, and it had a lot of interest. So this kind of brand, this Baggu brand, or Baggu, I'd never heard of it before, but it brought a lot of attention definitely to my closet. And that was also in June 18th. Stella and Dot necklace. I like to sell Stella and Dot. It does well. I paid $5 for this. It was one of the pieces that actually had damage, and it didn't have the little fringe at the end. I could have gotten more money. I listed it for 25. I got an offer for 20 because it was damaged. I took it. I did disclose that in the listing. This was a buyer that had bundled it, and I set an offer, and she accepted. So I paid $5 for this J. Crew necklace. It came in a bundle of a lot of other necklaces from an online Goodwill. All of these actually came from an online Goodwill jewelry lot. This was $5. The J. Crew. The New York & Co. I think was only $1. The Stella and Dot was, I want to say that was $4, and then the Chaps was $1. So we got $5, $9, $10, $11 for the cost of goods, and I made 36. So there you go. I like selling jewelry. I like photographing jewelry. This Roxy top came in the thread-up 200-pound box. My average cost of goods was $2.47. It was new with tags. It did have a stain. I had to get the stain out. There we go. These two Mark Volvo swim bottoms were brand new with tags, including the hygiene liners. They came in that thread-up 200-pound rescue box. And the buyer liked both of these, so I sent them an offer, and they accepted. And I think I had them listed for 35 each. So I gave a shipping discount as well, so you can see I earned $32.74. And that's something I've been toying with a little bit more as a shipping discount. Some people that I've watched in different Facebook groups say they like a discount, even if it's $5.95. So this Ted Baker jacket I just relisted. I got this from the Quarantine Thrift online group, and I had it listed for a year. I just relisted it with a stock photo that I found, and it sold within a week. So I know I paid $10 for that, even though my average cost of goods was $6. I am going to put $6, but I wanted to share with you that I paid $10. It did have damage. The zipper along the back, it had like a zipper with a hood. I had to glue that shut because the zipper was broken, but I disclosed that. This Juicy Couture heart necklace, I like selling Juicy Couture. I paid $5 for it. Juicy Couture is just a pretty dependable, reliable seller in my opinion. I gave a shipping discount, so I made $18.50. So I made $13.50, but jewelry is so easy to photograph and store. This NYX Revolution bra, we're on June 19th now. It was from that 200-pound rescue box, and these are popular. I looked up comps, and there were quite a few selling. This is a very popular brand. I had it listed for 35. I got an offer of 27, so I accepted it. I made $21.60, and I paid $2.47 for each of those items. This Topshop romper was absolutely adorable, and I got it from that quarantine group that I've been mentioning. So I know my average cost of goods was $6. When I started last summer, really started reselling for serious, like to buy things to resell, not just for my closet, which is what I had done previously. I did not know that Topshop wasn't like a super good brand. It all is, this business I find is all trial and error. Learning, watching other people. My favorite people to watch are Soul Inspired Seller, Nicole Wells, Hope from Racks to Riches Resale. I love Lori Tata from Lori's Boston Found. I love Quemby from, suddenly can't remember, Queen something. I can't believe I don't remember. Anyway, McThriftsy, watching other people. That's how I've learned. And I personally would not pick up Topshop right now. It does sell, but this was brand new with tags. It was a darling thing, and it only sold for $22. I had it listed for 35 for quite some time, and I accepted the offer of 22. I just relisted this as well. This Lululemon tank top sold on an offer. I had it listed for 30. It sold for 23, and I got this also in that 200-pound rescue that I was mentioning. Lululemon tank tops don't really sell high. If your cost of goods is low, I would say like less than $4, then you could pick it up, but I wouldn't pay more than that. Unless you have the loose fitting tank tops and they're really a newer style or newer tags, then that may make a difference. This bundle sold on an offer. Somebody had bundled these, and then I sent them an offer The halogen dress came from that thredUP rescue. That was $247. The Soma pajama dress shirt. Soma is a nightwear brand that sells very well. I've had 3 pieces sell in the last month. I picked this up at the local Salvation Army for $4. And then this LF Emma and Sam Gray mesh shirt was new with tags, and that was from the thredUP haul, the 200-pound haul. So my cost of goods is basically $5.04, so $9, and I made $48.74. We're gonna do some rounding up when I add all these numbers together. These J. Crew earrings, I believe I paid $4 or $5 for. I'm gonna go ahead and put $5. I had these listed for $40 because they were absolutely stunning earrings, just beautiful drop earrings. And I got this person offered me, I think 18, and I went back and forth with them. And like I said to you before, I really just feel strongly when you sell more. So finally at 22, I just was like, I'm going to accept it. I'm making money. I'm going to make more money. So I just accepted it. So, and I know for some of you, that's not your business model. And I think it's particular to each of us, like what you want to put in. I'm from a rural area. We don't have a lot to source from. So I have a lot of bread and butter. J. Crew sells well for me. So with jewelry. His Ellie Tahari silk dress was absolutely adorable. It was buttoned down all the way. Had this paisley pattern. It was so adorable. I really thought I was going to get more than 30. I got this from that quarantine buy and sell group from last summer. I made $30 on it. Excuse me, $24. Sold it for 30. And I hope somebody loves it because it's so cute. Well, it's not cute, but it's like, I don't know. I thought it was adorable. If it weren't going to sell, I would have kept it. This Anthropology Cloth and Stone t-shirt dress had a raw hem. It was super cute. I had it listed for 30. Somebody offered me 23 and I accepted. So I made 1840 and it came from that 200-pound thredUP haul. So that was 247. The Lululemon Power Y tank top was my tank top. I did get that on the quarantine thrift buy and sell group. I paid $11 for it, but it was for me. But I have way too much Lululemon, so I decided to sell it. And then the Lou and Gray sweater came also from that quarantine buy and sell. So between the two items, it was $12, so a higher cost of goods. And I only made $34.40. This was an offer, and I actually had just relisted that Lou and Gray sweatshirt. These Old Navy Carpenter bib overalls came in the 200-pound rescue, so it was $247. I'm really scared, by the way. I'm writing all these numbers down, but I have to add these up after. I had these listed for $35, and they sold. I sent an offer to this liker, and they accepted. This lily white sequin bodycon dress I bought when I didn't know what I was doing last year. And I had it listed for like, I don't know, ages, at least a year, maybe over. And I just relisted it and it sold. So I accepted that offer of $17 and I paid $4 for it. So I made $13.60. I actually only made about $10. This mink pink dress came from a Jomar mixed women's box. I personally am not a huge fan of Jomar. This was $6. It was a really pretty dress, but it just, it only sold for 20. And for me, I think $6 and then 16 to make 16. And that was pretty consistent with all of the pieces. And I have not sold nearly all the pieces I got. So I would not get another Jomar box. This Lafayette dress was brand new with tags. I got this on that quarantine thrift. I'm a size 6, so I got some of these things thinking, well, if I don't sell it, I'll keep it. But I did sell it. So I paid $6 for it and made $40. So I have some jewelry that comes from the Goodwill that I just put together in groups and allow people to do 3 for $15. And you can see this was a 3 for $15. One of them was 2 for $15, but I just sold it for $15. These are things that are like not the reason that I'm buying this jewelry. It's just extra stuff. So I take a couple pictures and then bam, just sell it. So I made $12. My cost of goods, if I had to guess, is probably $2 on that. These Franco Sarto wedges I purchased online on a Goodwill. I really don't remember how much I paid. I'm going to put $6 here because I'm thinking it was more than my average cost of goods, which is $4. And I only made $14.40. I just relisted these, and the woman sent me a question. I responded, and then she made me an offer. I think I have these listed at 28, maybe. I would not buy Franco Sarto wedges or Franco Sarto shoes unless there's something special about them. This Alexander Wang eyelet skirt is an adorable skirt, and it sold outright for my asking price. I got this from a friend of mine that I met through that quarantine thrift group that I was mentioning, and I paid $10 for that. $10. This REI puffer jacket I got in the 200-pound rescue haul. So that was $2.47. And it sold, I think I had this listed for $50. I sent an offer to a liker and they accepted. So I made about $30 on that, which is great. These J. Crew tops, I bought 4 of these and they've already all sold from my local church community thrift store. They were $2 each. So these sold actually outright for my asking price for the 2 for $28. So I made $22.40 and I paid 4. That's about $18. I'll take it. This Cloth and Stone popover top was mine. I bought it for myself. It was $6 on that quarantine group, but I didn't really like the way it fit me, so I resold it and I made about $7.50, something like that. This Victoria's Secret gold label pajama top. It was silk. It was absolutely darling. I had it listed for ever, less than a year, but almost a year. And finally, I just accepted this offer of $25. I want to say I paid $4 for it. This was from a thrift, this was from a thrift store, an actual thrift store, like a reselling thrift store, not a community church one, in a neighboring town about an hour away. This J. Crew necklace came from Goodwill, and it sold for $25. It was an offer. I had it listed for $35, and I paid $5 for this. Usually my J. Crew, I won't pay more than $5 for. This J. Crew necklace also just sold yesterday. I had this listed for $25. Somebody offered me $15, so I accepted it, and I would guess I paid $5 for it as well. Some of the J. Crew necklaces are just better sellers, and these all come in big lots, so I just have to take what I take. Some items I'm going to make a lot more money on, some a little bit less, but I still sell all of it that I can. These white Sierra pants were my fiance's, and he didn't want them anymore. They were literally new. I had them listed for $25, and I got an offer of $16, so I took it because they were just sitting in his closet. 9 West shoes came in a Jomar shoe box. They sold outright for my asking price of $20, and the cost of those shoes was $4. I would get another Jomar shoe box. So if you are looking at Jomar, that is something I would definitely get another. And then last but not least, yesterday I sold this Stella and Dot emerald eye candy necklace, really darling necklace, for $20, and my cost of goods was $5. So let's do some really, really quick math. So I'm just going to round up. So 9, 10,